So come into any comfortable seated position. If you need to sit on a block or a blanket, do that now. And then begin to come into your Ujjayi breath. Let it be natural. Let this transition from our normal breath to the Ujjayi breath be very felt. Feel for the difference in the quality of the breath and how you're able to be more in the present moment. Send breath down into low belly, low back. And on the exhale, draw low belly in slightly, getting all the air out. On your next inhale, send breath down into low belly, low back, and then expand the ribs out to the sides, feeling in for more space within the torso. Activate feet and draw shoulder blades down the back. Our intent for today's class is to feel for space. Space in the joints and around your bones. Through the body and in your breath. So feel for how the breath right now, what kind of space it can take up in your body in this moment. Feel for the ease that the breath has moving through the spaces of your body. And then as we move through the practice today, really feeling in for how you can create more space with your breath through your body and into the joints and around the bones. Seated spinal twist. Bring your left hand behind the left hip. Right hand is on the left knee. Inhale, lengthen spine tall. Exhale, move into the twist. Keep chin in line with your chest so you're not leading and pulling with the neck. Feel for the breath moving down into mid-ribs, mid-back. Feel for the space that the breath creates with each inhale. And then on the exhale, draw low belly in and gently move into that space that it created. Inhale, come back to center. And switch sides. Bring left hand on the right knee, right hand behind the right hip. Inhale, lengthen spine tall. Exhale, move into the twist. Press sit bones down into the floor and feel for the ribs moving up away from the hips. Draw shoulder blades down the back. Expand ribs out to the sides. And just feel for the quality of space that you're able to get with the breath right now. Inhale, come back to center. Forward fold in the seated cross-legged position. So bring your fingertips down to the floor in front of you. Inhale, press sit bones down into the floor and lengthen your spine forward, getting really long. Ribs are moving up away from the hips. And then with the long spine, draw chest forward and walk your hands down. Your hands and arms are like in a low cobra position where you're using your hands to pull chest forward, getting even longer through the spine. Feeling through this for space through the entire spine around the vertebra. Keep neck in line with spine. Press sit bones down into the ground and then reach them back slightly as you pull your chest forward a little bit more, feeling in for more space. And you can keep walking your hands down, coming into the forward fold as long as you can keep the space through the spine and torso. Inhale, slowly come up. Abdominals. Lay down on your mat for double thigh push. Legs are at right angles. Feet are just below the knee. Hands are on mid-thigh. Inhale down into low back. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Push hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Pull belly down to spine and traction thigh bones up. Inhale, release the push. Breathe into mid-back. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Push hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Pull belly down to spine and traction thigh bones up towards the ceiling. Inhale, release the push. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Push hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Pull belly down to spine, pressing low back down towards the mat. Inhale, release the push. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Push hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Pull belly down to spine and traction thigh bones up. Inhale and release down. Breathe through belly. Breathe through torso. Elbow to knee, hands clasped behind the head, elbows wrapped up to ceiling, legs are at right angles. Inhale down into low back. Hold the breath, lift head and shoulders up off the mat. Press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to left knee, right leg reaches out, pull belly down to the spine. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to right knee, left leg reaches out, pull belly down to spine. Inhale, come back to center, bend both knees, head and shoulders stay up. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to left knee, right leg reaches out. Activate feet and pull belly down to spine. Inhale, come back to center, bend both knees. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to right knee, left leg reaches out. Pull belly down to spine and activate feet. Inhale, come back to center, bend both knees. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to left knee, right leg reaches out. Pull belly down to spine, and now reach the thigh bone away from the hip. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to right knee, left leg reaches out. Pull belly down to spine and reach thigh bone away from the hip. Inhale, come back to center and release down. Bring soles of feet together, knees apart, and breathe through your torso. Tracking if anything has changed, if the breath and space within the body feels different. Grab your roll, put your roll between inner legs. Twisting abdominals with the roll. You want the roll as close to your pubic bone as you can. And you can choose feet on the ground is down leveled, legs at right angles is mid-level, or feet reaching straight up to the ceiling. So choose the variation that you want to work now. Hands clasped behind the head, elbows wrapped to ceiling. Inhale down into low back. Hold the breath, lift head and shoulders up off the mat. Allow your head to really rest in your hands so you're not using your neck. Inhale and hold the breath. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, head and shoulders towards left thigh. Pull belly down to spine. Inhale, head and shoulders come back to center, but stay up. Release the pelvis and the squeeze. Hold the breath. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, head and shoulders towards right thigh. Pull belly down to spine. Inhale, come back to center, release the pelvis. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, head and shoulders to the left thigh. Pull belly down to spine. Inhale, come back to center, release the pelvis. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, head and shoulders to right thigh. Pull belly down to spine. Inhale, come back to center, release pelvis. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, head and shoulders to left thigh. Pull belly down to spine and activate feet. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, head and shoulders to right thigh. Pull belly down to spine and activate feet. Inhale and release down. Long, slow breaths through your entire core, just feeling for what you did there. Bridge with the roll. Put the roll between inner legs. And set your feet up so they're hip width apart, heels underneath the knees. Hands are by your side, palms up. Inhale and open chest with the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up and lift hips up. Come into bridge. Press down through both sides of the feet, really turning on the inner edge of the leg and the outer edge of the leg. With each inhale, expand the ribs in all four directions, opening them up front, to the sides, and to the back. Feel for the legs turning on, the glutes turning on. And then on your next inhale, move your breath all the way towards hips and reach hips away from ribs. Relax through jaw. Hands and neck. On your next exhale, begin to lower down. Bring upper back down, curl tailbone up. Mid back down, curl tailbone up. And finally, low back comes down last. Remove the roll. Take that feeling breath. And then roll over onto forearms and knees. Dolphin. So set up for dolphin by grabbing midway on each bicep, putting elbows in correct alignment under the shoulders, and then choose hands clasped or palms down. Press forearms down into the mat. Wrap shoulder blades towards armpits. Feel for armpit muscles turning on, upper chest muscles turning on. And then on your next exhale, curl toes under, lift knees up, and come into dolphin. Press forearms down into the mat and hands down into the mat. Feel for the lift that gives you through your torso. Let go through the neck and the jaw. Expand the breath through your rib cage and feel it move into mid-back. On your next inhale, press forearms down into the mat and lift ribs away from shoulders. And then inhale, lift hips away from ribs, feeling for the space through the entire back side of the body. On your next exhale, bring your knees down and sit back in embryo. Inhale, come on up. Sun salutations with alternating B series. So grab your knee padding, if you have some. Place it towards the back half of your mat and stand towards the front. Hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down, forward fold. Lunge, inhale, left leg back, left knee is down. Press both feet down into the floor, lift torso tall. Exhale, come down, plank. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, lower down in one straight line. Shoulders down the back, elbows tucked in. Low cobra, make leg adjustments. Hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward. Exhale, scoop down. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Lunge, inhale, left leg forward, right knee is down. Exhale, come down, forward fold, back foot to the front. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Sit back into chair pose. Lengthen tailbone down, open through the chest. Exhale, come down. Hands flat on the mat, step both feet back, plank. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, lower down in one straight line. Low cobra, make leg adjustments, hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Exhale, scoop down all the way up into down dog. Warrior one, inhale, step the right leg forward. Warrior one, make sure feet are hip width apart and the back toes are pointing up to the top outside corner of the mat. If this feels too tight for you to do right now, then you can always do a high lunge and bring your back heel up. Exhale, come down, plank. Inhale, knees down or up. Exhale, lower down. Low cobra, make leg adjustments, hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoot down. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Warrior one, inhale, step the right leg forward. Lengthen tailbone down, telescoping ribs up. Exhale, come down, plank. Inhale, knees down or up. Exhale, lower down. Low cobra. Make leg adjustments. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhaling down all the way up into down dog. Then step your feet forward to in between your hands, forward fold. Bend your knees and come up into chair, lifting chest up, lengthen tailbone down. Exhale, come up to standing, hands at heart center. Normal sun, inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down, forward fold. Lunge, inhale, right leg back, right knee is down. Exhale, come down, plank. Inhale, knees down, exhale, lower down in one straight line. Low cobra, make leg adjustments. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down. Inhale, hands under shoulders, exhale, downward dog. Lunge, inhale, right leg forward, left knee is down. Exhale, come down, forward fold, back foot to the front. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. B series sun salutation. Inhale, arms up, sit back in chair. Lengthen tailbone down. Hands come flat onto the mat. Step both feet back, plank. Inhale, knees down or up. Exhale, lower down. Low cobra, make leg adjustments, hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down all the way up into down dog. Warrior one or high lunge, inhale, step the right leg forward. Exhale, come down, plank. Inhale, knees down or up, exhale, lower down. Low cobra, make leg adjustments, hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down all the way up into down dog. Warrior one, inhale, step the left leg forward. Exhale, come down, plank. Inhale, knees down or up, exhale, lower down. Low cobra, make leg adjustments, hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down all the way up into down dog. Step your feet forward towards your hands, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. Bend your knees as much as you need to come up safely. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes here, breathing through body. feeling in for breath. Open your eyes now. So now is the play at the wall section. So if you want to work dolphin at the wall, you're welcome to do that. That's on the forearms with any variations. One leg up, both feet up. If you do not want to do dolphin at the wall, then you would do twisting horse. Okay, so if you know how to do dolphin at the wall and want to do that, come into dolphin first, one leg up, or both feet up. So choose the variation you want to do with that, if you want to do that. If you do not want to do that, then twisting horse with me. Come into a horse stance. Feet are at an angle. They're not completely out to the side, so you have some balance. Bring right forearm on the right thigh. Left hand to the inside of the right thigh. Straighten the arm and curve your torso towards the right thigh and knee. Press feet down into the floor and feel for the opening through the entire left side of the torso. Use the left hand to traction the thigh bone away from the hip, getting more space into the joints. Inhale, come up and switch sides. Left forearm on left thigh, right hand to inside of right thigh. Straighten the arm, curve torso to the left thigh and knee. Long breaths through the entire torso, reaching sit bones back. And then use the hand on the right thigh to traction the thigh bone away from the hip. Using each breath to maximize and take up as much space in your body as it can. Inhale, slowly come up. And then for those who are done with their versions at the wall, move into an embryo if you'd like to, or just come up to standing. Come to the front of your mat. Chair pose. Arms up, sit back in chair, lengthen tailbone down. Bring hands to the mat, step both feet back, plank. Inhale, knees down or up, exhale, lower down in one straight line. Low cobra, make leg adjustments, hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down. Inhale, hands under shoulders, exhale, downward dog. High lunge, inhale, step the left leg forward. So your left leg is forward. I'm not mirroring you on this. Lengthen tailbone down and telescope ribs up away from the hips. In this high lunge, we're going to do a half chest opener. So bring your right arm out at a right angle from the shoulder. Bring left hand to the top of the pec and front of shoulder. And now notice to draw both shoulders down the back and then give a slight reach of the upper arm bone moving away from the shoulder. Deep breath into the space underneath the hand. On your next exhale, slowly start to draw the elbow and arm back. As you continue to reach the upper arm bone away from the shoulder. So you should be feeling a lot of space and opening through the bicep, front of shoulder, into top of chest. If you're trying and pushing this too hard with too much force, then sometimes the back of your shoulder starts to cramp and pinch. So move your arm back forward, giving yourself a little bit more space into the pose. Bring your arm down. Easy twisting lunge.
Sorry, I didn't understand that exercise, just for future references.
Say that again, Maya.
I didn't understand exactly what to do here, but in the next round, it's okay.
Okay. Bring your back knee down onto knee padding. Easy twisting lunge. Right hand comes to the outside of the mat. Left arm to the ceiling. Draw both shoulders down the back and press front foot into the mat, drawing hip back. Use your breath to expand into ribs and towards low back. Let go into neck. Release the jaw. Bring your hand down. Lounge lunge. Reach your back leg way back, as far back as you can. Left leg is still forward. Right hand, look at your right hand now. If it is directly under your shoulder, you want the hand to be in front of the shoulder slightly and out to the side slightly. So you have an angle from the shoulder to the hand. Hug the left shin with the left hand. Lengthen your torso forward, getting long and getting space through the spine. And then shrug right shoulder up to the right ear, letting the front of the right hip sink down towards the mat. Breathe through the entire right side of body. And you can even give yourself a little bit of activation by pressing the back leg down into the floor. So Maya, bring your left leg forward and hug it with your left hand. Reach your right leg way back. Yeah. And now shrug your shoulder, your right shoulder up to the ear, and then sink the right hip down towards the mat. Yes. If it's hurting your shoulder, then just go on your forearm. Inhale, bring your hip up and step back into plank. Inhale, knees down, and then grab your roll. Cobra push-ups with a roll. Put the roll between your inner legs and then lay down on your belly. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Lengthen tailbone down, squeeze the roll. Inhale, press up with hands. Arms stay bent, they do not straighten. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down. Lengthen tailbone, squeeze, roll. Inhale, press up with hands. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down. Inhale, lengthen tailbone, squeeze, roll, press up with hands. Pull chest forward, really feeling for the space you're getting through the entire torso. Exhale, scoop down. One more, lengthen tailbone, squeeze, roll. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward and exhale, scoop down. Turn head to the side And just breathe through mid back, low back. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, come up onto hands and knees, remove the roll. Press back into down dog. High lunge, inhale, step the right leg forward. So high lunge, your back heel is up over your back toes. So it looks more like this. But to show the arm, I'm going to be turned this way. Bring your left arm out at a right angle. And these are just very small movements. Bring right hand to front of shoulder. And now exhale, draw the arm bone away from the shoulder, going to the side of the body. So you're reaching the elbow away from you. Exhale, draw shoulders down the back, and now move the arm behind you, reaching it, the elbow back. So you're getting a stretch through bicep, front of shoulder, top of chest. It's very small. It's not a big thing. Just feel for the breath moving into the space of the upper chest and shoulder. And feel for the space that the breath can create. Feel for your awareness that follows the breath. Lengthen tailbone down and lift ribs up away from hips. So you're getting really long through the torso as you do this. Feel for the breath ballooning underneath the hand. Bring the arm down and back knee down onto knee padding. Easy twisting lunge. Left hand comes down to the outside edge of the mat, right arm to the ceiling. Draw shoulders down the back and let the neck go. Press front foot down into the floor, reaching left hip back just a little bit. And then feel for the breath moving through mid-ribs, mid-back. In a way that brings space into the twist. Bring your hand down, lounge lunge. Reach the back leg way back. Hug right shin with the right hand. Left hand is in front of the left shoulder and a bit out to the side. So there's an angle from the shoulder to the hand. Lengthen your torso forward, getting long through the back. And then shrug left shoulder up to the left ear so that you can sink the front of the left hip down towards the mat. Breathe through the entire left side of body. And all the way down into the front of the left hip. Feel for the space that comes with the breath. Inhale, bring hips up. Step back, downward dog. Warrior one, inhale, step the left leg forward. Warrior one, make sure feet are hip width apart and back toes are pointing up to the top outside corner of your mat. Feel for your base first here. Press feet down into the floor And lengthen tailbone down, drawing low belly in slightly. Hips are squared towards the top of your mat. And ribs lift up away from the hips, so you're really long through the torso, giving yourself this support to get more space. Shoulder shrugs. Inhale and broaden your upper back with your breath. Hold the breath, bring shoulders straight up to ears. Move them straight back, squeeze top tips of shoulder blades together. Exhale, pull them down the back. Inhale, spread upper back with your breath. Exhale, bring midpoint of shoulder blades together, squeeze and pull down. Inhale, spread upper back. Fold at the elbows. Exhale, draw bottom tips of elbows in, squeeze and pull down. Release arms down. Inhale, spread upper back. Hold the breath, bring shoulders straight up to ears. Move them straight back, squeeze top tips of shoulder blades together. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, spread upper back. Exhale, bring midpoint of shoulder blades together, squeeze and pull down. Inhale, spread upper back. Fold at the elbows. Exhale, draw bottom tips in, squeeze and pull down. Release arms down. Twisting warrior. Bring right arm high, lengthening out on the right side. Oh, excuse me, let's do Lance Dodger first. I'm jumping ahead. So bring your left hand with the fist around your back. So the fist is at the top of the right butt cheek. Use the fist in the forearm and feel the press of that. Lengthen tailbone down. Bring right arm up to the ceiling. And then bring right hand to the base of the skull, moving into neck traction. So turn on right sit bone muscle and really feel for ribs moving up away from hips. And then let the head hang and just rest into the right hand. Use the hand to draw the skull up away from the spine. Feel for the space that creates at the base of the skull. And breathe into that space, sending breath from that space all the way through the front of the body to the back foot. Inhale, bring torso up if it went back. And now, twisting warrior. Right arm reaches high. Right elbow over left thigh. Make a fist with the hand, hand on top of fist. Inhale, lengthen torso forward, and then exhale, move into the twist. Draw both shoulders down the back and let the head go. Very slowly, feeling in for your balance. Move the breath through mid-ribs, mid-back. As this twist is a little bit tighter, feel for where you can create space, where you can find a sense of peace and freedom. Bring your hand down, step back, plank. Bring your knees down, and then grab your block or whatever you're using for a block and place the block between your inner ankles. And lay down on the mat. This is Prelude to Wave Dancer Stage 1 with a little bit of a mashup. So block is between inner ankles. Hands are just in front of shoulders, if not slightly under the shoulders. Lengthen tailbone down, squeeze block. Inhale and press belly into the mat. Use the belly to lift chest up. Your hands can stay on the mat or lift up with you. Once you're up, then press hands down into the mat. Use your hands to pull chest forward, getting more length. Exhale down. Lengthen tailbone, squeeze block. Inhale into belly. Press belly into the mat, lift chest up, with or without hands. Press hands down into the mat, pull chest forward, exhale down. Lengthen tailbone, squeeze block. Inhale down into belly, press belly into the mat, lift chest up. Hands down, pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down. One more, lengthen tailbone down, squeeze block. Inhale down into belly, press belly into the mat, lift chest up. Bring hands to the mat, pull chest forward, exhale down. Turn head to the side and just breathe through mid back. Breathe through low back. Feeling for if there's more space and more awareness moving through these areas of the body now. Inhale, hands under shoulders, come up onto knees. Remove the block. Press back, 3 down dog. Warrior 1, inhale, step the right leg forward. Warrior 1, feet are hip width apart. Back toes pointing up to the top outside corner of your mat. Hips are squared more or less forward. Lengthen tailbone down and telescope ribs up. Shoulder shrugs. Inhale, use your breath to broaden and spread the upper back. Hold the breath, bring shoulders straight up to ears. Move them straight back. Squeeze top tips of shoulder blades together. Exhale, pull down the back. Inhale, spread upper back. Exhale, bring midpoint of shoulder blades together. Squeeze and pull down. Inhale, spread upper back. Fold at the elbows. Exhale, draw bottom tips in. Squeeze and pull down. Release arms down. Inhale, spread upper back. Hold the breath, bring shoulders straight up to ears. Move them straight back. Squeeze top tips together. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, spread upper back. Exhale, bring midpoint of shoulder blades together. Squeeze and pull down. Inhale, spread upper back. Fold at the elbows. Exhale, draw bottom tips in. Squeeze and pull down. Hopefully this helps with all of the computer work and sitting at the desks that we do all day right now. Lance Dodger. Bring your right hand with the fist around the back. So the fist is sitting at the top of the left butt cheek. Lengthen tailbone down using the pressure and light press of the forearm into the sacrum. Feel that movement happen. And then inhale, lift left arm to the ceiling. Turn on left sit bone muscle and telescope ribs up away from the hips. Bring hand to the base of the skull and then let the head rest in the hand, moving into neck traction. Draw both shoulders down the back as you use the hand to gently pull the skull away from the spine. Breathe into the space that you created here at the base of the skull and through the entire front side of the body. Feel in for what space brings into your mind and into your soul. Does it bring a sense of freedom or a sense of peace, of clarity or calm? Does it bring a centering or a new perspective? Inhale, draw your torso up if it went back. Release your hand down. Twisting warrior. Inhale, reach, left arm high. Left elbow over the right thigh. Make a fist with the hand, hand on top of fist. Inhale, lengthen torso forward first, and then exhale into the twist. You can always down level this. I forgot to say this last time, but you can bring your knee down and do this in a lunge position if that feels better for you. Move breath into mid-ribs, mid-back, expanding the ribs out. Feel for the press of the feet down into the floor and the right hip moving back just slightly as you continue to lengthen through both sides of the torso. Exhale, bring hands down, step back, downward dog. Lunge heel to butt, inhale, step the left leg forward. Grab your knee padding and place the knee padding under the right knee. So lunge heel to butt, have your strap close by. You might need it for the next one. Sink into your lunge. So you want to bring your hip a little bit forward in front of the knee. And then bring heel, grab back foot with hand, draw heel towards butt. If you can't use your hand for this, use a strap. If balance is tricky, grab your block and put your block to the inside of your front foot and put your hand on the block, using that to help with the balance. But what you want to really be going after is the opening in the front side of the thigh here. And if it really hurts into the knee, you can always do this just standing up, drawing the heel towards butt. If your hand is on your thigh, press hand into the thigh to draw the thigh away from the hip as you lift torso up away from thigh. Bring your foot down, moving into lunge back bend. So lunge back bend, you can do this with both hands, just grabbing the back foot, or use a strap around the back foot. And draw the foot in, grabbing the strap. Once you get yourself into this position, then press the foot into the strap or hands. And with that press, open the front of the chest up so it pulls shoulder blades together. Lengthen tailbone down and lift sternum towards the ceiling. Soften through neck and jaw. Press down through your front foot, especially the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot. Release the foot down. Easy twisting warrior. Curl back toes under so the heel is up. Right hand is to the outside edge of the mat. Lift back knee up off the ground. Left arm to ceiling. Draw both shoulders down the back and let the neck go. You can also put your right hand on a block instead of the ground. Press front foot into the mat, drawing the left hip back And then on your next inhale, open, chest forward and to the side. Bring your hand down, step back, downward dog. Lunge heel to butt, inhale, step the right leg forward. Grab any of the props that you might need for this if you need the block or the strap. Sink into your lunge and then bring back heel towards butt. Use the block to the inside of the foot if you need help with the balance. If your hand is on the thigh, traction the thigh, pressing hand into the thigh, drawing it away from the hip, and then lifting up through the torso. Lengthen tailbone down, getting even longer, finding more space through the body. Getting the breath through the entire front of the torso, front of hip, front of thigh. Bring foot down and grab the strap if you need it, or reach the other hand around, grabbing the ankle with both hands. Lunge back bend. Once you have your strap or hands around the foot, press the foot into the strap or hands. Use that press to open up through the front of chest and shoulders. Shoulder blades are moving in towards one another. Lengthen tailbone down and press the front foot into the mat, using that to help lift ribs away from hips. Stay soft through jaw and neck. Bring the foot down. Remove the strap if you have one, and then easy twisting warrior. Left hand to the outside edge of the mat, back toes curled under. Lift back knee up off the mat. Right arm to the ceiling. Draw shoulders down the back and let the neck go. Press front foot down into the floor. Really turning on the underside of the thigh and drawing the hip back a little bit. Lengthen through both sides of the torso. Draw chest forward and then open the chest up. Bring hand down. Step back, downward dog. Bring knees to the ground. And then grab your roll. Lounge lizard. So bring your roll and put the roll between your inner thighs and lay down on your side. So I'm starting on my left side. So I'll be giving the cues that way. Make sure that your elbow is in line with your hip, knee, and ankle. So your body is in one straight line. And check to make sure that your elbow is under shoulder. Hand can be in front of the belly to help with support and balance. Shrug left shoulder up to the left ear, so you get more length and opening through this side of the body. Lengthen tailbone down towards the roll. Lightly squeeze the roll, and then flex the feet, so you're reaching your heels away from you and your toes up towards your knees. And breathe through the entire left side of body, moving the breath to the sacrum. And just feel for the unclogging and the space opening up. Are you able to rest into that space a little bit? Just be there. Soft breaths moving through the left ribs, expanding the left ribs out. And if you feel like after being here for a few breaths that you could go further, you're welcome to bring the hand down and do it from this higher position. That is only if you would like to, but stay in the spot that feels best to you. Not the spot that is the furthest point, but the spot that is just right for where you need to be now, where you can feel the most and get more space with each breath into the body. And then simply roll over to the other side. I'm moving to my right side. Right elbow is in line with hip, knee, and ankle. Shrug right shoulder up to the ear and let the head rest on the shoulder. Lengthen tailbone towards the roll and lightly squeeze the roll. Then flex the feet, reaching the heels out and toes up. Moving breath through the entire right side of torso towards sacrum. Feeling for the space that's there. Long, slow, and expansive breaths. Letting go into jaw. And just noticing if you're holding on to something in the body that doesn't need to be clenching or doing any work right now. And if you want to move into the arm or the hand on the ground, arm straight, you can. You can move into that variation if that works better for you. Lay down on your back. Remove the roll. Laying down back release. Bring left foot over the right thigh. Reach the hands through, grabbing the back of the right thigh. And then draw the knee towards chest. Keep the left foot active, so you're protecting your knee in this position here. And then slowly begin to move breath through back, low back, towards pelvic floor. If you want to give yourself a self-adjustment here, you can use your left arm and press the elbow and forearm to the inside of the thigh. Draw shoulder down the back. Use that press to open into the hip joint a little bit more. And be careful not to push too far back. You don't want to shove your knee away from you too much. You want to have more tractioning and opening the thigh bone away from the hip, creating space there for you to breathe into. Bring the foot down And now grab your strap, whatever you're using as a strap. You can use a blanket, a towel, whatever you need, and just put the strap around the ball of the foot. And then reach, this is, we're doing the left foot here. Right leg is out straight on the ground, and the ball of the left foot is reaching towards the ceiling. And you're just holding your strap here. Have the foot active, so the ball of the foot is pressing into the strap. Spread the toes. Reach the right leg out and away from you, and it's okay if it's sort of hanging up in the air. Just feel for the opening in the back of the leg and breathe soft breaths through this opening. Slowly beginning to release and let go here. Stay very present and attuned to any subtle changes, anything that you notice, anything that comes up. Bend the knee, bring the foot down, lay it down next to the other. And just notice if it feels different than the other side. Laying down, back release on the other side now. Right ankle over left thigh. Reach hands through, grab back of left thigh. Draw knee in towards chest. Activate left foot. And slowly begin to move the breath through the entire back, feeling the breath balloon into the mat and towards pelvic floor. Give yourself a self-adjustment here, pressing the elbow and forearm into the thigh and then drawing, tractioning the thigh away from the hip. Let go through jaw, neck, shoulders. Bring your foot down and grab your strap. Put the strap around the right ball of the foot. Both legs are straight or somewhat straight. Press the ball of the foot into the strap, reaching it towards the ceiling, and then spread the toes. Reach the left leg out and away from you. And feel for how powerful your breath is, but at the same time, so soft and nurturing. Breathing into back of leg and creating more space. Letting go of a bit more tension with each exhale. Bend your knee, bring your leg down, and set yourself up for Shavasana. If you want a blanket on you, grab that blanket. If you want pillows or rolls underneath the knees, grab those things now. You can also turn the lights off if you'd like. I see a lot of you have already done that. As you begin to settle here, have your hands down by your side, palms up. Draw shoulders down the back, feeling in for the space around the neck and the jaw. Feel yourself begin to sink into the mat, into the floor. For this Shavasana, my husband Lee will play you some instrumental guitar music. Just take this time to just breathe, listen, and enjoy the space that is yours right now. Begin to deepen your breath. Feel yourself come back to body, back to self. Start to make small movements with fingers and toes. Draw knees up to chest and hug them to yourself. Make any movement here that just feels really good to you right now. Roll over onto your left side. Press your way up into a seated position with a relaxed neck. Bring your hands to heart center and just feel for the space that you were able to create for yourself here. Namaste.